Hello. Okay. I wish I could tell you where I am, but I actually have no idea. It's pretty beautiful. I was driving to Sedona and I decided to spend a night here. Wherever this is, somewhere between the Death Valley and Sedona. But anyway, as I was driving, I was thinking about this. I have been thinking a lot about what gets in our way of launching fast. So as you're working on your business, obviously your intention is to get out there, talk to people, have some conversations with potential clients, get in front of people, test whatever you're trying to sell, and see the reaction, have some real feedback from clients. And that's what's really going to get you going and get you generating revenue and actually give you more ideas to tweak your programs or tweak your offerings or whatever you have. Now, the difference between, let's see, there's two groups of people. One that tend to launch really, really fast. They have an idea, and before you don't know it, they have clients and they're in the market and they're making money. And then there's the other group that just tend to be in the creation process. And the movement is there, but the movement is very slow, and it takes them sometimes years to launch their business or make it profitable. So from what I have seen, the biggest thing that makes the biggest difference is your capacity to deal with your own perfectionism. Okay? So, for example, when you're creating something, let's say you're working on your program sheet, or your speaker sheet, or your brand brief, or your signature talk, or you're putting together a list of organizations to apply for speaking, or you're working on your about page on your website. Your capacity to do it fast and not let your left brain interfere and second guess and tell you, okay, this is not good enough, you gotta tweak this, no, and go into this spin cycle of self-doubt. The capacity to do that, I believe that makes the biggest difference. Now, how do you deal with that? Here's the thing. All of this is a growing process. I was never a big perfectionist, but a few years ago, it would take me 3, 4, 5 times longer to create anything. Right now, it's like, okay, I have an idea and it's done the next day. Okay, we have a new program, and it's like that. It's almost instant. But it took a lot of training, and I think one of the biggest things that helped me transform the second guessing and left braining and going back and editing and, re-recording videos 10,000 times and all this stuff that really does get in the way of, getting your business out there. The biggest thing that made a difference for me was actually writing my book. And I had a weekend to write it. I went to a retreat, and what I learned was the faster you type and the faster you create, the more velocity to it, the more connected actually you get to the spirit, to the source, to the divine flow, to actually receiving and the excitement of it and all that stuff that comes with it. So the faster you do this, the more connected you are, and the less chance your left brain has to jump in and poop all over whatever you're creating and tell you, oh, this is too, who do I think I am to say this, and this is too preachy, all this stuff, okay? So, your fastest, the best way to overcome this, what you want to do when you're creating something is set a timer and tell yourself, this is going to take me half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. For blog posts, I don't know, half an hour. For a video, well, if it's a 5-minute video, give yourself 10 minutes in case you have to do a retake for some planning. That's it. No 2 hours recording a short video. If you're working on a program sheet, you're designing a new program, give yourself 2 hours. Then you can go back and tweak the pricing and all that. But really, I created my programs. It's still the same program one of my first ones that I created, I got in a flow, and I think it was done in about 2 hours. So it really does not take months to design this stuff. Lead magnet, if you're writing a guide for a lead magnet, set your timer to 2-3 hours. That's it. Okay. So, in case in point, I was working with a client yesterday, and we were working on her lead magnet, which is a quiz that she has put on her website to collect people's email addresses and all that, which is important to have. But we got it all knocked out in about an hour and a half, got it all revised, redid the wording and things like that. And she was like, oh my gosh, Eva, this is great. I've been nauseating over this for months. And this is actually not unusual for me to hear that. A lot of people really have so much fear around the written things they put out there. And then they use justifications like, oh, I don't want to make claims or whatever. And, you know, what if I'm wrong? What if I make a mistake and all that stuff? So again, good enough is good enough. Don't get perfectionism get in the way. Just notice when that mind comes in and tells you, starts you having second guess everything that you're doing. And the way to go around it, set a timer, turn on some music, and start typing as fast as you possibly can, okay? And if you have nothing to type, just type something. Even if it's just like blah, 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 get connected back to the flow and keep creating. And then the second phase to this is, if you have a virtual assistant or somebody that you work with, have them revise it. Don't revise it yourself, because that's another chance for you to jump all over it and make it all wrong and have your left brain second guess everything and then go into this long revision process. So don't do it. Create fast, because the faster you're in the market, the faster you're making money, the faster you're actually talking to real clients that are going to be the best feedback loop for what your program actually needs, not your left brain, okay? So that's what I have for you today, and I will see you in the next video.